This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Up next, a match that includes two guys named Virgil, but also an angle that's been building literally for years. Even at the Rumble the year before, Ted DiBiase was shoving and berating Virgil. So this has been a long game here. It's Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and Virgil on one side, taking on Dusty and Dustin Rhodes. This is essentially going to be their swan song here with the company. And it's basically a backdrop for the long awaited split between DiBiase and Virgil. They go 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Meltzer would say the match itself was pretty bad. Gorilla was wrong again, when describing which ligament in the knee they were working over. Who gives a shit? But the breakup.
You know what? I think whoever was listening to him was wrong. They just didn't understand. Gorilla was right. Sometimes those ligaments move and they rename them after a while. Pretty sure that's how it works.
So Ted's beating up Virgil just before the finish of the match. And then Ted tells Virgil to pick his belt up, which was laying on the mat, and put it around his waist. There's a very long dramatic pause. And Virgil clocks Teddy with the belt hard. And Meltzer would say Teddy even got a slight hard way cut and walked off. He says the match itself deserved 1 star, but the angle itself was 4 stars. He gave it 2.25. Fans were white hot for Virgil to stop putting up with this bullshit. Were they not?
Yes. And it had, just gone for so long. And I think that the way that Virgil portrayed it for so long, man, it was a slow burn that, they wanted him. And it wasn't the typical old manager when the promoter would ask, are you getting all your money? And it was worth it. This was a 3.5-year story or 4-year story with Virgil. So it worked.
It's fantastic. One of the biggest pops of the night. How excited was the real Mike Jones behind the scenes to have this spot? I mean, cause this is a career moment here.
Well, you talk about options for WrestleMania. Well, there you have it. I mean, Virgil and DiBiase, because at least that's how Virgil saw it.
I mean, you don't think that would have been big?
It's the main event. Have you ever seen Virgil after the bell rang? When it went ding, ding, ding?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
He wrestled a Slaughter-like match.
No, oh, fuck you. Slaughter's fucking, oh my God.
I'm just busting balls.
I will fucking kill you.
No, you won't. That would require you actually.
You ready to Royal Rumble right now, Connie?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Dusty here.
I'll fucking take you just up to the second time I was inducted in the Black Hall of Fame.
Boy, it's weird when we get 8 minutes a month to record and you fucking still got adult ADD like a motherfucker.
Do what?
Dusty, he's wrapping up here. I mean, this is it for him. He's finishing up his last show. You're his old pal. This is his last appearance with the company for 15 years. Dustin's going to be gone for 5 years after this. Of course, he's going to come back totally different as Goldust. What do you remember about that night and saying goodbye to your old friend, Virgil Runnels?
Very bittersweet. And the thing was, Dusty wasn't happy where he was, and Dream was ready to go, and Dream had another opportunity to go back to Atlanta and do his thing. So I didn't want Dusty to go just because I like Dusty, but that's not always the reason someone should stay. It was hard. It was bittersweet. I was happy for him because he was going to go do what he loved to do.
Right.
And I think the next week or whatever, or even the week before that, he was, I'm sitting in the Omni Hotel. I'm sitting there looking out over CNN town, waiting for him to go on. And we're going to change things up a little bit. Pumpkinhead, when you ready to make that move, you need to let me help you out there a little bit. I could always use that heady old baby. And, it just was, it sucked. But I think Dusty, in his mind, was going to a better place, and that's where he needed to be.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.